Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 1 of our league tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on November 7th, 2024. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play at whatever format everyone wants. League Challenge, Thursday, November 21st at 6 p.m. and League Cup, Saturday, November 23rd at 11 a.m. All Central Time, all at Die Hard Games. Go see more info in this video's description and check out Pokemon's event locator for premiere and other events at the shop, such as League Challenges, League Cups, pre-releases, and more. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. On the left, Aegislash. On the right, Gholdengo. Our Aegislash player is going first, and they bench that Honedge. We've got a Tatsugiri in the active spot. A Metal Energy gets attached to the bench Honedge. And Tatsugiri uses its Attract Customers ability. When it's in the active spot, you may look at these top 6 cards of your deck and put a supporter card you find there into your hand. Chorus's Tenacity is found and added to the hand. The rest of the cards shuffled back into the deck, and I think we may see a pass of the turn. Looks like we do. Our player on the right, the Gholdengo pilot, starts things off with exactly what they want, a Buddy Buddy Poffin. That item card allows them to look through their deck and put up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP onto their bench. Double Gholdengo found off of that Buddy Buddy Poffin. 3 Gholdengo in play now, including the one that's in the active spot. There is also a Blood Moon Ursaluna EX on the bench over on our right hand Gholdengo side. That won't come into play until later in the game. Metal Energy gets attached to the active Gimmighoul. And a Judge is played. Pretty good turn 1 our Gholdengo player is having here. That Judge supporter card has both players shuffle their hands into their deck, and then they each draw 4 cards from the top. So definitely a disruption to our Aegislash player. It, in theory, shouldn't hurt the Gholdengo player too much, because they can evolve into Gholdengos and draw more cards after the Judge. So maybe the Judge should have been held until at least one Gholdengo was established, but also if it's the only supporter and way to continue to draw cards, then you've got to play it. As a Origin Form Palkia V is put onto the bench, the Full Metal Lab is put into play. That Stadium card says Metal Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks from the opponent's Pokemon. Another Buddy Buddy Poffin is played, another Gimmighoul found and put onto the bench. The entire squad is here, and they are ready to flip some coins with continuous coin toss. Flip till you get tails, and it does 30 times the amount of heads or something like that. Since tails was flipped first, 0 damage is done to the opposing Tatsugiri. It lives to see another day, and play resumes over on its side over on the left. Tatsugiri immediately uses its Attract Customers ability to look at the top 6 and try to find the supporter card, and that Chorus Tenacity is found. Once again, the Judge tried to disrupt things, but that Tatsugiri was attracting that Chorus to the party here, and that supporter card is played now. It says search your deck for a Stadium card and an Energy card. Put them in your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. The Energy card will be the Jet Energy, and the Stadium will be that Grand Tree. Both of those get added to the hand. Grand Tree comes into play, replacing that Full Metal Lab. The Grand Tree says, once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a Stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from one of their basic Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. If that Pokemon was evolved in this way, that player may search their deck for a Stage 2 Pokemon that evolves from that Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. So that's what we just saw happen there. That Honedge, with the help of Grand Tree, evolved into the Doublade, and then straight into the Aegislash with the effect of this powerful Ace Spec Stadium card. If you didn't know what Ace Spec cards are, you can only play one card that says Ace Spec in your deck. One Ace Spec card can be played per deck. So the Aegislash is here to play now with its Mysterious Shield ability. Jet energy gets attached to it, which moves it into the active spot. Aegislash's Mysterious Shield ability says, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX and Pokemon V. So currently the only thing on Gholdengo's side that can damage that Aegislash is the Gimmighoul. Aegislash then uses its hard bashing attack, 120 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, more than enough to KO the opposing Gimmighoul. And I missed what happened there. Aha, we're seeing Grand Tree. I think that can happen, right? Yep, just fine. So that's what our Gholdengo player did, was use Grand Tree to evolve one of the Gimmighoul into a Gholdengo. It doesn't look like they used their Gholdengo coin bonus and going straight into this Gimmighoul attack. I'm not quite sure what it does, but I think for this one I'll let the players resolve it. Tails was flipped, so I guess nothing. And play is passed back over to our Aegislash player on the left. It looks like they may have locked our Gholdengo player out of the game with this Aegislash Mysterious Shield, as Lost City comes into play as the new stadium card. Whenever a Pokemon's knocked out, it gets sent to the Lost Zone instead of the discard pile. Aegislash KOs the opposing Gimmighoul. It goes into the Lost Zone thanks to Lost City. A new active Pokemon must be promoted now. I guess you put up the next Gimmighoul. Kind of tough facing this Aegislash with Mysterious Shield. Always consider that when deck building. Put in a non-rule box Pokemon to do some damage to these wall type Pokemon as Gimmighoul moves into the active spot, and play resumes over on its side with the Bibarel joining the party on the bench now. Gimmighoul evolves in the active spot to Gholdengo and then uses a coin bonus to draw 2 cards. Normally coin bonus only has you draw 1 extra card, but when you use it when in the active spot you can draw 2. Now we are seeing Team Stargrunt, I think, to send an energy card back into the hand on the opponent's side. And that's about it. Over on our Gimmighoul side as play resumes over on the left hand side with Aegislash. Meadow Energy gets reattached to that Aegislash. Radiant Greninja maybe could come in and start doing some damage, but I think Radiant Greninja just loses that trade, meaning the Gholdengo player could put a Greninja into play and start attacking with it, Radiant Greninja, but yeah, it's not looking good. As our Aegislash player now plays an Arven, that supporter has them search for an item and a tool card, and they can add that to their hand. The tool will be the Forest Seal Stone, and the item will be the Earthen Vessel. Yeah, I think the only non-V and non-EX Pokemon in the Gholdengo deck is the Radiant Greninja, the Gimmighoul, and the Bibarel. Maybe the Manaphy. So yeah, this just seems like a pretty bad matchup for the Gholdengo deck if that Aegislash is able to be established. Aegislash uses its hard bashing attack for 120 damage onto the opposing Gholdengo EX. Play resumes over on its side. Gholdengo in the active uses coin bonus to draw a card. 2 cards, excuse me. The one on the bench uses coin bonus to draw another card. Pokestop is the stadium now that's put into play. Not Secret Box. I can't remember the name of that tool. Box of Disasters, that's right, is put onto the bench. Origin Form Palkia V-Star. Arvin is played next in order to search the deck for a tool and an item card. Now our player will take a look through their deck and see what they could do to counter this Aegislash and Mysterious Shield. Of course, the non-V, non-EX Pokemon in Gholdengo I listed earlier are the ones I can think of. I'm not exactly sure every card in this player's deck, but if it follows the form of the other Gholdengo deck, it's not looking good, as that Hisuian Heavy Ball is found and played. That item card has you look at your prize cards, and you could switch the Heavy Ball with a basic Pokemon you find there. Maybe the player was looking for that Radiant Greninja to at least start applying some pressure. Maybe Radiant Greninja could be recycled enough, but now I don't think Radiant Greninja is winning that attack trade with the Aegislash. Our Gholdengo players digging deep, trying to figure out what they can do against this Aegislash, and they decide, I don't want to think about it anymore. Maybe nothing, maybe not. But our Gholdengo player concedes the game to the Aegislash player. What do you think of this video and the commentary? Please leave feedback in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.